Hi all, I'm going to do a review for the Osmo Action which I received yesterday, but this review is not going to be all about the settings and what it can do, etc, etc. What I wanted to try and do with this video is tell you why I bought one, having used SJ Cam for years. I ended up bricking my SJ Cam because I downloaded some firmware, what I thought was a new firmware. Whether it wasn't a genuine camera or it wasn't genuine firmware, I don't know. But I ended up bricking the camera, just a black screen when you switch it on. The footage that I've used from this camera in the past has always been just good enough. It's something that I just add to home videos kind of thing and stuff like that. It's not very creative. When you're using these cameras, it's not creative footage. Okay, so I searched for another camera. There was a make called a Casso, and a Casso seems to be, at the moment, the kind of most respected cheap action camera available. But there's 7 models, and most of the reviews that you watch are about looking at what might be the best feature on that camera and exploring that. Still not really being creative with the footage. It's about what can this camera do, and all the reviews you see are testing that camera. I stumbled across the Osmo Action, and most of the reviews that you see about this camera are about being creative with the footage that you get from it, not testing the camera as such, if you get what I mean by the difference. The features that are on this camera are not questionable. You can set it to do pretty much anything that you want, which is capable of more or less any decent camera on the market today. You can shoot raw pictures with this. Okay, you can't with this. The stills that you shoot with this they're not even good enough to put on a mobile phone. They're horrible. The pictures that you shoot with this are raw images. So I've had it for the past couple of days. I've been out, done a bit of footage with it. This video is about that more than what the camera can achieve, and it's just to show kind of like what I've been discovering about the camera. So I hope if you are looking to buy an action camera that this will complement the other videos that you can see. So there's the camera, and straight away it probably weighs 3 to 4 times as much as that. This thing is solid. When you've got this in your hand, you know it's in your hand. When this is in your hand, it's a bit of plastic. It is possible to use an external microphone, and you buy this little adapter. So this is a little Rode, plug that in there, plug that into the Osmo, you've got an external mic. And as I tried to show on the video, when you plug this in, even on the screen, you get a little symbol that shows a microphone, which means an external microphone, and it even acts like a little VU meter. When the symbol is on the camera screen and you talk, you can see the illumination going up and down in the little microphone. Absolutely brilliant. I just noticed that the external microphone not only has a symbol on the display, but it actually acts like a VU meter. And it also works when you've got the front screen active as well. I brought the Osmo out with me. Also brought my 5D Mark III. I've probably done less with that than I have with this. After 24 hours with this camera, I'm really impressed with it. The Rocksteady is just brilliant. It's as good as a gimbal. I've ordered some accessories for it, some filters, etc, because I have seen online that you can get a lot of great shots. Neutral density filters and polarizers. I've not gone in great depth to all the settings, etc, because you'll set all those up yourself. After having quite a few years with SJ Cam,
It's a massive upgrade.
So there's my little story and a few examples really of the Osmo Action. Here it is on my little Manfrotto tripod, and who knew, I'm probably a little bit late to this, but who knew there were so many accessories that you could get for a little camera, and quality accessories really. So lastly, I just got this as well, the little Ulzani cute light. You stick that on there, it's magnetic charging, and what an amazing little light, and it's waterproof as well. And lastly, filters. So there's a set of I think they're Freewell filters. So this comprises of some neutral density filters and neutral density filters that are polarizing filters as well. And that is to just really continue to expand the possibilities of your creativity with this camera. You just unscrew that lens and screw these on. What I haven't looked at is, obviously the neutral density filters will be waterproof because they don't move. The neutral density filters with the polarizing filters rotate. I don't know if they would still be waterproof or not. I don't know if this is still waterproof with this lens unscrewed, but I guess because it's got like an O-ring on it, it's supposed to be. But you wouldn't want to use a polarizing filter underwater. So there you go, that's my little story, I guess, of how I've ended up going from this to this. And I'm looking forward to creating some creative videos instead of just little clips that I insert in my videos, which are mediocre at best. I've also just seen a video about HDR, and this camera has a setting on it for auto bracketing exposures, and you can do auto bracketing with 3 or 5 exposures to create HDR, and it's just brilliant. And it just goes back to what I said at the beginning about this camera being all about being creative, and these cameras all about finding loads of videos that test whatever feature they've got to the limit, but not really doing anything with it. So there you go, that's the difference. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I hope it's given you a little bit of a insight or a reason to get something like this instead of something like this.